Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway, qualifying underway for the Labor 12 Truck Series. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues, we see the two Cody Cleaver and the McDonald Chevy heading out. Looking over at the scoring monitor, you see your driver underlined in green. That means they are in the playoffs. That's how we indicate them on your monitors. Trucks should have green windshield banners and spoilers. Make them nice and bright. One such example, Trenton's truck here. See the green all over the place on his truck. One of our playoff contenders in the 81, getting out on the racetrack. Also have Dalton Hayes and the Snap-on Chevy out there. Zach Martinson, the 55 Gamer Sup Chevy. He is in the playoffs, just doesn't have his banner on. Lucas Hoytsman making a start. Part-time in this series, got that Labor 12 Ford out there. Harry Grindell, the 70 Toyota. Got his banners on, getting up to speed. Cody Cleaver posts our first lap time. Zach Martinson goes to the top of the board. I don't know why the gap leader is not showing up at the top of the board, but hey, is what it is. Quinn Newton, top of the board in the 88. Quinn not feeling good, so that'll be pretty cool for him. He was able to pull off a pole. We've got a happy birthday Lucas in chat. Turning 21, by the way. Quinn brings it to the stripe. See where the 88 clocks in. 32.24. I'll put him third. Mike Edwards goes to the top with a 32.21. Cleaver second. Quinn third. Catalano fourth. Davis Greenwell putting in a lap. Dalton Hayes goes to third. See where Greenwell clocks in the 20. Trenton goes P2 with a 32.21. Greenwell clocks in ninth. Slowest of the trucks that have completed both their laps. Harry Grindell goes to the top of the board with a 32.20. He kicks off the playoffs in good fashion. See where Jake's second lap clocks him in at. TJ Floyd finishes his second lap, goes 10th. Lucas Hoytsma finishes his second, goes 6th. Jake crosses the stripe. Clock in at 32.6. Will stay 13th. Evers' first lap, the AC Delco Chevrolet, goes 14th. See what he's able to pick up on lap number 2. Heading out on track, Hayden Lowell starting his first time lap. Cliff Mullins just completed his first lap, goes 14th. Kenneth Stalk now goes 14th. Jake Bustos, welcome back. Bustos out on track for his qualifying effort. Evers completes qualifying. See where the 8 truck goes. Pole for the AC Delco Chevrolet, 32.17. Outstanding lap from Evers. Cliff Mullins should be about finished with his run. 32.27. Good enough for 10th at the moment. Stout finishes his lap, goes 14th.
You can get me to drag into that voice channel real quick for the one time.
Bustos completes the lap. 32.21 moves up to the 5th spot.
Damn, must not know.
See where Hayden's able to go. Comes to complete his second lap. 32.16. That'll be pole for Hayden Lull. I jumped to an 18 and he actually goes second. Ethan Evers hangs on to it. First timing of scoring showed a 32.16, then it shows a 32.18, which moved him down to second. Harper out on track in the 7. Forgot his playoff banners, even though I sent him the truck earlier. He is not going to have time to get back to the line. So 18 trucks will have an official time in. The green underlines are your playoff trucks. And that does it. Ethan Evers, your pole sitter in the 8. Congrats to Ethan. Let the drivers get out on grid.
5 lap stage at the end of lap 38. Just a general rule, the double yellow line rule is in effect here with the red line. Stay above that. Any passing attempt below is subject to penalty. Thanks, and let's have fun.
Happy 21st birthday, Lucas.
Hey, Patsy or Blake, can one of y'all drag me in there?
No.
No.
Blake has to, because I don't know how.
Hey, can one of you guys admins drag him down to low drag?
Michael, what did you want from me?
Who
Pretty
are
sure
we
he's
dragging the low drag?
already in there.
It's been done.
He's already in there.
The 20 machine.
He's already in there.
I did it. He's good.
I tried telling him, and he kept asking.
Are you sure? Are you sure you did it?
But did
A
you
lot
do
of
it?
people are asking.
But did you do it? But did you?
Alright, you might want to check again. Oh no, shadow ban.
There's Lucas. Hello, Wesley. Lucas, I was going to talk to you in the chats, but I did not see you. I was going to tell you happy birthday. All right, let's run through the starting lineup now that the drivers are getting out on track. I think we have most of them out there. Of course, our starting lineups are presented by our friends at Labor 12, the awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas, that also happens to sponsor the series. They sponsor all of our starting lineups, though. Ethan Evers in the 8 on the pole. Nice run there for Ethan to grab the pole away from Hayden Lowell. He was so close. 5/1000ths of a second off from beating Ethan. He'll start second in the Napa Chevy. Harry Grindell with Toyota of number 70 Kamikaze Motorsport Chevrolet. Can't talk at all. Toyota starts in third. You see the green banners at the top and the back spoiler. That is the playoff indicators. He is one of our playoff trucks tonight. Mike Edwards in the 14. Labor 12. Fort Worth Screen Printing Ford.
Drugs and alcohol tonight?
Isn't he every night? Steed Tombstone Game Farm Chevrolet. Trenton Steed rolls off from the 5th spot. See the bright green windshield and spoiler for him in the playoffs. Jake Bustos missed out for a while. He's back out there with us again. Thanks, Jake, for coming on back in the 74 Army truck. Cody Cleaver in the 2 McDonald Chevy starts 7th. Dalton Hayes in the Snap One Chevy 8th. Lucas Weitzman, Labor 12 Ford, rolls off 9th. Colin Teague joining Bass Pro Ford. He is in the playoffs, doesn't have his markers. So just so you know, one of our playoff contenders. Quinn Newton in the 88. A little under the weather, but he's out there racing in 11th. Cliff Mullins, the 37 AC Graphics Chevrolet, starts in 12th. Patsy Catalano Haviland Chevy 13th. TJ Floyd in the Hexclad Chevy 14th. Zach Marterson Gamer Sup Chevy 15th. Kenneth Stout Miller Lite Ford 16th. Davis Greenwell in the Artemis Esports Chevy 17th. Jake Lawrence One Man Punch Toyota 18th. Blake Giglio the Artemis Esports Toyota in 19th. Nathan Harper Chick-fil-A Ford in 20th. One of our playoff contenders way back there. Travis Martin, I don't know, not showing up on track. Not sure what's going on with the Ghost Man there. Jay Munch 22nd. Joel Munchell starts 23rd. Dave Hoyts with 24th. Daniel Llewellyn also not showing up out there. He'll start 25th. Scott Elston 26th in the live RC Chevrolet. 26 trucks set to do battle here at Atlanta. 75 laps. Stage points go out at the end of lap 38. Green flag in the air. We are underway from Atlanta. A little bit of wheel spin going on, but everyone kind of minding their P's and Q's early on, get things straightened back out. Hayden's going to jump out to the race lead using that top line for the restart. Ethan Evers settles in second. Side by side for third, Harry Grindell, Mike Edwards, and Trenton Sneed. Jake Bustos, the 2 of Cleaver, the 47 of Dalton Hayes. If you see your leader in a green box, that means they are one of the playoff drivers. Thanks, Labor 12, for the starting lineup music. We appreciate you. And we're wrecking. Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, Cody Cleaver. Evers is up over his side. Mike Edwards is destroyed, and our first caution weighs on lap number 1. Well, that happened with our pole sitter, Ethan Evers. Let's go back and watch the replay. Mike Edwards gets in the back of Ethan, turns him down into Hayden. Hayden has a great save, but Ethan Evers gets down into Mike Edwards, and they go up and into the outside wall. Bustos is involved. I think Cliff Mullins does a good enough job avoiding it, as does the 69. Evers finally back on his wheels. Blake Giglio and Dave Hoyson make contact at the end of it. Jay Munch with the holy crap. I'm going to ride along with him and see why he is holy crapping. Let's go on board his truck. Whoa, that would holy crap you. Riding along with the Taz Chevy. The wreck unfolding up ahead. Goes down on the apron. Here comes Mike Edwards right in front of him. And has to avoid the Ethan Evers truck on its side. Yeah, that was worth a holy crap. A lot of trucks involved early here. Lap number 1. Mike Edwards had to take the tow. That truck already 2 laps down. Daniel missed his box. He's going to wish we didn't see that. The top 11 trucks stay out. Zach Marterson came down. Topped off the tank, it looks like. I don't think he got any damage. We can go back and look real fast. And his truck looks fine. Makes it through there pretty good. A little door bang with TJ Floyd. Didn't even give him any damage. Margerson on and off the pit lane, 12th. TJ Floyd, the other truck in that, shows up 13th. Jeff Price in and out, topping off the tanks. Him and Colin Teague both, 14th, 15th. Giglio Fuel, Evers Fuel, and a fast repair. That truck got destroyed. Jake Lawrence, let's see. Looks like Fuel. Let's check the fast repairs left and see who had to burn them already. Lawrence did not, so Cliff did. I didn't think Cliff had that much of an issue, but let's go back and watch the 37. Jump this back a few times. Didn't look too bad for him, but yeah, he's got back end damage, right side damage. Oh, he got hit from behind by TJ Floyd up and into the outside wall. This is what I saw. I saw him not hitting the other truck, so I thought he was just riding the wall, patiently waiting for the wreck to avoid, but he did get hit from behind into the outside wall. Cliff Mullins had to take the fast repair. See if we can run a split and see trucks outside the top 20. Have 25 trucks tonight. A little confused. I don't see the 63. Travis Martin. Let's see if we can get a chat with Trav. T-Mart, what's going on tonight?
Hey dude, dealing with some computer issues and sound stuff and...
Oh no. So some technical difficulties keeping the 63 from being on track. That's sucky.
Yeah, it stinks. But we're gonna get out there, and we're gonna get some laps back. Just don't count me out.
10-4, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
Travis Martin, rough way to start the playoffs. Having some mechanical failure on his 63 Ford. Getting set for the restart as we try to see those fast repairs outside the top. See Dave Hoyce and Mike Edwards had to use theirs also. Green flag back in the air. Harry Goodell leads us to the green flag. Trenton Sneed getting a push from Hayden Lowell. 97 Lucas Hoytsman trying to sweep around the outside of Trent. Those C2X machines lined up 1, 2, 3 now on the inside line. You're going to break free of Lucas. Lucas goes second behind. Then you have Dalton Hayes and the 88 of Quinn Newton. They've all gone single file. 54, Patsy Catalano inside Nathan Harper. Harper's made his way up from the back of the pack, avoiding that wreck and staying out. Top 11 trucks stayed out here. Lucas looking to the outside. Hayden Lowell has Quinn Newton with him, teammate. And Davis Greenwell, also a teammate. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome on in. Trenton running second right now. Lucas and Newton both not in the playoffs. They're just here for race wins and glory. Dalton Hayes in the 47, the 20 of Davis Greenwell, all in that same boat. Field is bunched back up together, and now the top 20 is all on top of each other. All the way back to Scott Elston, 21st, all in his main pack. Daniel Llewellyn did not catch up to the field. There's Daniel, he's out of harm's way right now at least, but he could be in danger of going a lap down. he can't get any kind of draft going. Kenneth Stout all over the place. That 29 truck about into the inside line. Saw TJ Floyd check up, try to get away from him. Top 8 trucks, all 2x2. Now Stout catches back up and makes it all the way back to Blake Giglio. And Stout being put 3 wide as Blake Giglio goes to the outside and gets into the outside wall in the 16 truck. Blake Giglio probably regrets trying that. Right side getting up against the fence. Falls back to 16. Oh my gosh, Harry Grindell going for a wild ride in the 70. Trying to get back to him, but the name keeps moving around. There he is, still going for a wild. Holy crap. Harry Grindell going for a hellacious ride in the 70. I think we had an Applebee's commercial in the middle of that. Getting pushed from Trenton Sneed going into the corner. Starts to lose it, gets a little wiggle. Slides up the track and then right hooks himself into the outside wall off of Lucas Hoytz's nose. And then he just goes for a Beyblade of a ride here. Just keeps going. Oh my gosh, what a ride he just took. Do I dare go on board with him for that one? I hope no one gets sick easily. Here we go. A little wiggle coming off of 2, but nothing bad. Heading down the backstretch to turn 3, and this is where all hell breaks loose. See him start to step out. Catches it back, steps out again, then tries to catch it, but Lucas is there, and up and over we go. There goes the motor blowing. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. And he sticks the landing. Wow. What a ride. What a ride. Lucas's truck got pretty banged up in that too. He had to come down the pit lane, take a fast repair in the 97 already. Cliff Mullins looks like he came down for repairs. He was around that. Cody Cleaver, some repairs. Llewellyn. Jake Bustos looks like he just now getting to his pit box. We'll see who gets a lucky dog. Mike Edwards and Harry Grindell both now showing 2 laps down. Dave Hoytsma out of the race in the 79. I think he knew what was coming. Wow, what a wreck. All right, rate that wrecking, chat. Out of 10. You know, for style points. That one's if that one's not a 10 out of 10, I don't know what beats it. That was nuts. That one was nuts. Lights are out on our pace car. Trenton Sneed, race leader now. Quinn Newton second. Trenton picks up the bonus point for leading a lap here. He's trying so hard to get himself a Truck Series win this season. Really wants a win in this series. Chrissy gives that one a 10. I think so. That's got to be a 10 out of 10. That was wild. Especially sticking the landing. Back on the wheels. 10 out of 10. If Harry was in the Chance to Extreme chat, I would totally tell him that he at least got a 10 out of 10 on that. Got to take your wins where you get them, right? Field works down the backstretch. We're getting set for the restart. Trenton, your leader. Quinn Newton on the outside. Then Hayden and Dalton, row 2. Greenwell and Stout, row 3. Catalano and Teague, row 4. And then Evers and Elston, row 5. Playoff drivers. Trenton's first. Hayden's third. And Colin Teague running 8th. Scott Elston 10th. Martison 11th. Giglio 14th. Harper 15th. Price 16th. Trenton gets the jump, brings Hayden with him. Quinn Newton, Dalton Hayes behind. Dalton's going to drop down. I'm sure Quinn will as well. Then you have Greenwell and Stout side by side for that 5th spot. Stout's going to try to get down in front of Colin Teague, but does not. Colin Teague fills the gap. He'll take over that inside line. Move up to 6th. Stout drops to 7th. Then you have Catalano and Evers. Catalano 8th, Evers 9th. TJ Floyd, last truck on the top 10. Blake Giglio trying to get that away from him is up front. Hayden split to the outside with Dalton Hayes. They're trying to get by 81 and 88. A little weird to see the teammates split up. Trenton stays to the bottom. Hayden goes to the top. A couple C2X teammates battling for the lead. Blake Giglio trying once again to get to the outside. This time trying to peek on Catalano. Oh, Quinn Newton up the track. Makes a little door contact with Dalton, but fortunately it was very even where they banged doors, so they didn't turn anybody. Guys know this is a 75 lap race, right? You gotta go too hard early. Catalano way high in the 54. It's like Harper goes 3 wide through the middle, puts Jake Lawrence in the wall. Lawrence trying to hang on to it, does a great job of not coming back down into the field. He got split 3 wide here, gets up into the outside wall. I don't think he was expecting it. That sends him back into the pack. Still 2x2 up front. The teammates Trenton Steed and Hayden Lowell. A couple of blue trucks side by side. Harper's still going through the middle. He's up to the 6th now. Harper really making that middle line work. Now you have 3 playoff trucks in the top 5. Two out front and Harper. I think Hayden has gotten a lap led by now. So I believe leads that one by a hair. Dalton Hayes shoves him out there. Harper's going to try the middle again. Right at the front of the field this time. 3 wide down the backstretch. Harper's pushing the 56 of Hayden. Stay 3 wide. Now Stout's going to go 3 wide behind him with Catalano. This is a recipe for disaster. If I'm anywhere near that, I am bailing in a hurry. Looks like Quinn Newton got on the apron. 47 of Hayes is in the outside wall. Stout's going to come down the track right in front of other people trying to get off of Hayes. Fortunately, everyone was kind of alert for that. Lucas Hoytsma dropping back in the background. Stout and contact with Teague. 29 truck being what Tony Stewart calls a dart without feathers, going a little bit all over the place. Meanwhile, Catalano made his way up towards the front. Harper's jumped out to the lead. Catalano followed through to 2nd. Now Sneed and Hayden Lowell are side by side once again, but now it's for 3rd. Quinn Newton, Dalton Hayes are right there. Hayden's going to come down and then back up. Fortunately, Trenton wasn't there anymore, didn't get spun out. Now Harper going to go to the inside of Catalano as Catalano jump to the outside and try to get the lead. Harper, no real help down there. Catalano surges to the front. 55 Margison in the wall. Oh, he comes down the track right in front of Cody Cleaver. Everyone's so far evasive maneuvers. Seems like drivers are willing to lift this early on, but now we're 3 wide again at the front. The guys mid-pack one back are doing a great job of avoiding things that have been happening at the front. There is the 88 Quinn Newton into the outside wall. Hayden Lowell and Katsi Catalano make door-to-door contact. You would think this is the last 5 laps of the race, not barely starting this thing. Stout and Catalano battle for third. Harper out there leading. Gets an extra point for his playoff contention. Jeremy checking in with us. We're 3 wide again. This time Quinn Newton, Blake Giglio, Colin Teague. Quinn dropping back. Cody Cleaver now into the middle. Cody thinks better of it. Lets Quinn in. Back to double file we go. TJ Floyd looking high. He's going to get split out by Blake Giglio. Blake's going to go to the inside. Move up to that third truck outside line. Catalano has options. Could drop to the bottom if he wanted. Decides to stay tucked in line with Dalton Hayes. TJ Floyd drops to the bottom in front of Trenton Smead. Dalton Hayes surges to the lead with the push from Catalano. And he's going to bring it down to the bottom. Get in front of Harper. Dalton Hayes can't hold the bottom, drifting up off of it. Harper's going to go back to the inside with a push from Blake Giglio. Harper trying to retake the lead in his Chick-fil-A Ford. Artemis Toyota, Blake Giglio shoving him out there. Catalano out of shape there on the top side. Got a little wiggle in there. Cliff Mullins has worked his way back up to the front. He's up to the 13th now. Right in the thick of things here. Got Jake Lawrence up into the action, running 11th. Blake Giglio's going to jump to the top now if he's pushed Harper out to the lead. Now Dalton Hayes has the opportunity to push Blake to the lead. Blake's going to get into... Oh my gosh. Blake got a little bit too much help there from Dalton Hayes. Got out of shape in the 16, able to hang on to it. Nice save from Blake. Dalton trying to push him out to the lead. Hayes gets out of shape in the 47. Sends him down low. Catalano now peeking to his outside. Catalano gets into the outside wall, starts drifting back. Hopefully everyone can avoid him. As these tires wear out, it gets harder and harder to avoid these wrecks. Told he can go 35 on a tank of fuel. We're looking at 16 for the trucks that pit on the last lap. 27 for the trucks that have not pit at all. Of course, they had a couple cautions in there. Help them out some. Harper and Giglio, they both pit on that last caution, topped off the tank, so they're okay. Dalton Hayes, 47. Kenneth Stout, 29. They haven't pit all race. Neither has Quinn Newton or Hayden Lowell, so those 4 of the top 6 are starting to worry about the fuel a little bit. They're probably not too worried yet, thinking a caution will come before it's time, but never know. Travis Martin, update on him, has made it into the race. His truck sits on the pit lane there. If he can make a trip around, he'll at least pass Dave Hoytsma. Harper and Giglio side by side for this lead. Hayes, all kinds of all over the back bumper of Giglio. Giglio drops to the bottom in front of Harper. Then he's going to try to come back up. They're making contact behind him. Kenneth Stout, Quinn Newton, all kinds of squirrely. Harry Grindell, all kinds of squirrely. Is he going to save it? He doesn't. Harry's going to go around the 55 of Margison involved. This is at the back of the field. Cliff Mullins is around, and now that's probably going to be the caution as more trucks get into it. Cliff goes through the pace car. As he does the Days of Thunder hit the pace car. This one felt like it was going on a long time. Oh, Margison comes back up the track. J Munch gets in the back of Cliff as Cliff checked up. J Munch didn't lift, gets into the back of him. 2 of Cody Cleaver involved as well, and that's the part that brought out the caution. All of this happening back in the back of it. It's a ride with the 2 machine of Cody Cleaver. See it all unfolding mid-pack up there. There goes 55 back towards the track. That scares Cliff Mullins. He lifts, thinking he's coming across. J Munch does not lift. Neither does the two of Cleaver, at least not in time to avoid the truck in front of them. And they cause the secondary part of that wreck that brings out the yellow. Let's go back and watch 55 and 70. See how that all kicked off. Harry gets him down on the apron and loses the back end and gets all kinds of out of shape. Then contact with Davis Greenwell's left rear sends Harry Grindell down back into Margison, and then the rest is on from there. I think the 55 and 70 should be okay damage-wise. Didn't hit too hard. Cliff Mullins, he got hit pretty hard. And spins out again, trying to gas it up. Almost collects Margison. Goodness. I think his truck's a little beat up for the 3017. He's already used a fast repair too. So he'll have to take damage repair in the 37. Brings that truck to the pit lanes. He's got nose damage, tail damage, right front damage. I got a driver ready, you know, all kinds of stuff going on. Well, there's the yellow that quite a few people needed. Everyone hit the pit lane. Harper, Giglio, Stout, and Lowell. Stout looks like he's picked up a penalty. Maybe too fast exiting for the 29 or unsafe pit exit, one of the two, but he is dropping back. Kenneth Stout loses all that track position.
Terrorize the people in the back.
Miller Lite Ford drops to the tail. Reset some things for you. Harper, your leader. Giglio, Haydenlaw, Hayes, and Sneed, your top 5. Go back and look at the trucks that were involved in some stuff. Margison, it's like he checked the damage and saw it was fine. Kept on going. Back out he comes to the track. Jake Bustos getting some damage repair, as is Cliff Mullins. Cliff's team pulled that bumper out pretty good. Doesn't look too bad at this point. Harry Grindell involved in that one. Unfortunate for him as he is 2 laps down. Could have used that lucky dog, but does not get it. Mike Edwards sitting on the pit lane, 4 laps down. Dave Hoyts with Travis Martin shown as out of the race. Hopefully Travis can at least get in and complete 1 lap so he can get credit for starting the race. If you don't run 1 lap, you can't get credit for starting the event. See if we can get an update from him. Chappy Chav, DG, got copy.
Hey, dude.
Hey, we just checking in on you. We saw you on pit lane, but we don't see you out there. What's going on?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't understand what's going on.
TN4, well, even without sound, at least make a lap so you get credit for being here, right?
Yeah, I'm at least gonna try that. My game's like stuttering now. I don't know what's going on.
Goodness. All kinds of gremlins in that Ford truck. All right, well, good luck, sir.
Thanks, dude.
Here's your update from the 63. We get set to resume action here. Lights out on our pace car. Should be diving out of the way. There it goes. 6 laps to go till the stage. End of lap 38. We'll give out the points. When they get to the line, it'll be 5 to go. Harper, your leader, has control. The Chick-fil-A Ford leads the field to the line. Has Hayden Lowell as his pusher. Dive off into turn number 1. Get a little bit of a zoomed out shot so you can see where your favorite driver running in that top 10. Harper, Lowell, Sneed, Giglio, they all break out on that inside line. Catalano trying to get free of Dalton Hayes. Hayes hanging tough on the outside line as Colin Teague coming to the rescue to give him a push. Is Teague getting to the back of the 47. Giglio's going to jump up. Catalano jumps up to push Giglio. Then Giglio goes back to the bottom. Jeff Price majorly cutting the infield. Wasn't even close. Jeff Price was like 3 truck lengths below the line, which you're not supposed to do. Big time no-no. Hayes starting to make up some ground past Catalano now alongside Giglio as the outside line starting to get some momentum going. Ethan Evers has jumped up there a little bit further back. You see Lucas Huisman. Now Hayden's going to jump up there. Sees the opportunity coming. Decides to jump to the high lane. Suddenly the outside has the numbers 514. It's Davis Greenwell not quite caught up on the inside line. Whew, Hayden just squeaks it down in front of Harper. That was very narrow margin. I think Harper cut him a little break even. And then Hayden back to the top, now back to the bottom. Looks like he doesn't know which way he wants to go. Thank you for the follow there. Appreciate you, Louis. Have Hayes on the high line ahead of Teague. Inside's Lowell, Harper, and Sneed. Looks like everyone back to Cliff Mullins and even Jake Bustos. 22 trucks in this lead group. Mike Edwards has retired his 14 truck in 24th. Harry Gundel still running 2 laps down. Obviously he's in the playoffs, so he's trying to recover, but currently held 2 laps down, stuck in 23rd for Harry. Hayden Lowell trying to cover both lanes as they get the energy and the runs, much like a Joey Logano does on the super speedways. Here we come to end the first half of the race. Points going out to the top 10. Hayden Lowell will pick up 10, Harper 9, Hayes 8, Sneed 7, Teague gets 6, Ethan Evers grabs 5, Giglio 4, Hoytsma 3, Catalano 2, and Lawrence picks up the final point at halfway. Now Hayden drops it down out of line. A little confused why he would do that. He was going to the back. Got his points for halfway and said that's enough. He's getting out of danger. Dalton Hayes takes over the race lead ahead of Nathan Harper. Outside line. Edges ahead briefly. Teague a little out of shape there in the 50. That's going to cost the top line some speed. Harper will poke back ahead. 8 laps into this run. Everybody came down pit lane the last time, so everyone on the same strategy now. Wasn't even any fuel only stops. Everyone took tires, so literally everyone on the same strategy. Oh, Catalano big time out of shape, as was TJ Floyd. Both of those trucks. Big wiggles through that last corner. Teague literally inside the tailgate of Dalton Hayes coming off of the turn. That was sketchy. They are making it work. Dalton Hayes will get the lap lead there. If he didn't have one already, now he definitely does. Trenton Sneed closing in on the tailgate of the 7 of Harper, and the inside line might start to get some speed here. Come separated through the corners. Trenton even tagged the apron a little bit there, got out of shape in the 81. And they kind of come back together down the straightaways. I think that's by design. Trenton doesn't want to get the 7 truck upset and sideways. 3 of those top 4 are all playoff contenders, by the way. I believe Giglio is too for 4 out of the top 5. And then a big gap back to Jeff Price in 16th. Lucas is making his way back up there after his contact with Harry Grindel. Hoyts was shown in 8th, 4th truck outside line. Catalano, Davis Greenwell, Jake Lawrence rounding out your top 10. And TJ Floyd, Quinn Newton, Daniel Llewellyn, and Kenneth Stout. Kenneth last truck outside line there. Everybody in top 21 are all in this lead pack. The only truck on the lead lap out of it, Margison in the 55. He's lingering 2.7 seconds back and losing the draft. Mikey. Oh, sideways goes Dalton Hayes down into Harper. Send everyone check up in time. Everyone recovers from that. Fantastic job by the field. Heads up driving, keeping off one another once the contact was made. Hayes out of shape, drops back through the middle. Kenneth Stout's up into the outside wall again. Miller Light Truck banging the fence. Up front now, it's Colin Teague and Ethan Evers. Ethan in the 8 with the push from Lucas Hoytsma trying to go to the point. He'll get there. Colin Teague is sideways off the bumper of Harper. He gets it somewhat saved, saves it again. What a save by Colin Teague. Definitely hurt Trenton Sneed, but now we go 3 wide up front. Harper trying to rebound. Splits Ethan Evers 3 wide and jumps in front of him on the inside lane. Hoytsma to the point. Giglio second. Someone said your bold prediction was Giglio and Hoytsma battling for the win. Well, here they are 1-2 with 30 to go. Who knows if they'll be there in 30 laps? Harper Lawrence, 3rd and 4th. Giglio and Harper inside trucks both in the playoffs. Colin Teague is your next, and we got a crash in the background. Daniel Llewellyn's there. Trenton Sneed's truck is destroyed. See if we can grab the 81. There he is. No front end anymore. See what happened to Trenton. Daniel Llewellyn, Patsy Catalano, and Kenneth Stout all come together. I'll jump on the far drone shot here and try to take another look. Daniel Llewellyn and Kenneth Stout in the 29 and the 23. Red truck and the white and blue Miller Light truck. Outside line, outside Trenton. Daniel gets all kinds of out of shape. Then Kenneth Stout gets into the back of him. That turns Kenneth down into Trenton. Trenton goes head first into the outside wall. Coming out of turn number 4. Collects Davis Greenwell. Davis will hit the outside wall. And that puts us under our 4th caution. It was a good run there, though. 16 laps. And Daniel loses it by himself. And it triggers the rest of this. Davis just tags the inside. Let's go back on the 23. See if we can see why he gets loose. It's ahead of the 29 of Stout going down the backstretch. And go off into 3. Way up high. No contact yet. Maybe he took a little bit of air off the spoiler. Did Stout getting right up behind him. Then Daniel tries to save it and eventually does. All the trucks that kind of started it are okay, and Trenton seems to pay the price in the 81. Heard his motor pop. Does he make it back to his pit box without taking a tow? I'm sure the penalty is better than a tow. Let's see if he makes it. Speed things up a bit. It's so close. There you go. He did make it. Didn't have to take a tow. He'll pick up a penalty for that, but that penalty is not as bad as having to take the tow. All right. We've passed halfway. Race is official. Hoytsma, Giglio, 1-2. Then Harper and Price. Price coming down the pit lane. I think he took 2 tires the first time. It was a 7-second stop, maybe even no tires. Everybody else took 4 tires. I think he's going to come down and bolt on a set of tires. And there you go. Right side's popping up. He's taking a set of tires now. Did not take him the first time around. He'll go to the back of the pack with 4 fresh tires. Well, that looked like right sides only. Maybe he already took lefts. Who knows? Let's ask. Let us go find the man. Jeff, DG, got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, we saw you down the first time in 7-second stop. Did you come down, take lefts, then come back and take rights?
Well, I was just going to take lefts and leave it alone, but then I seen where I came out, and I said I don't want to be up here. I still have trust issues, so I was like, oh, let's go ahead and take the other side, and the hell with it.
Very good. Yeah, it's You can protect your truck back there at least, right?
Yeah, I hope. I'm gonna try to make my way forward slowly, but I just didn't want to be up front and get run over in the first few laps with having probably a loose and tight car with iRacing physics.
We got a lot of
Truck.
teammates around you, so hopefully you can take care of one another back there and try to get those two a lucky dog.
Absolutely, I want to try to get both of them, at least one of them, but I'm in a sticky situation with that.
10-4, good luck.
All right.
Jeff Price, as we get restarted here, Lucas Hoytsma jumping out to the early advantage. Watch the field race towards turn 1. Giglio tucks in between Harper and Dalton Hayes. Quinn Newton out on the outside, the green 88. Have Ethan Evers in the 8, running 6th. TJ Floyd, Kenneth Stout, Colin Teague, Catalano, your top 10. 25 laps to go from Atlanta. Labor 12 Truck Series. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Check them all out at dgsracing.com. Blake Giglio in the yellow 16 trying to make some hay on the outside line with teammate Quinn Newton. Dalton Hayes down on the inside line. A little bit of door contact there. The 8 of Ethan Evers has jumped to the high lane with him. Blake gets to the outside of Harper. Blake trying to get alongside teammate Lucas Hoytsma up at the front. Side by side now for the race lead. Quinn Newton has pushed Giglio up alongside Lucas Hoytsma. Current lucky dog battle, Harry Grindel's ahead of Trenton Sneed. Harry 22nd, Trenton 23rd, Cliff 21st. Cliff's hanging on to the lead draft though, so all lead lap trucks are in this main pack as of now. Outside line's fizzling a little bit. Giglio's going to drop down behind Harper. Leaves Quinn Newton, Ethan Evers, the 88 and 8 out on the outside line. Quinn blasts around the outside of Blake. Now Quinn drops down in front of Blake, leaving Ethan Evers and Patsy Catalano to the outside line. Ethan Evers way up the hill. Catalano splits him 3 wide. Kenneth Stout's going to bounce off of him. He's going to come down and cause another wreck. Kenneth Stout forcing everyone every which way. Kenneth Stout doing Kenneth Stout things. Somehow everyone avoids the big crash, but that spreads the field out. Let's watch this again. Stout tries to go to the middle here. He gets up and into Ethan Evers, comes down into TJ Floyd. TJ Floyd, Dalton Hayes both do a fantastic job saving those race trucks. Field spreads out all kinds of weird ways. 4 wide even in the back. We go still green flag. There's Travis Martin at least getting a lap in. That's big for the fans of the 63 team. He at least won't take a goose egg for this race. He's at least able to ride around the apron and pick up a lap complete. And he'll get credit for being here at Atlanta. A lot of gremlins in that Ford truck. Unfortunate way to start the playoffs for the Ghost Man. But at least he's out there getting credit for a lap complete. Things single file now up the front after all that chaos. Hoytsma, Harper, Newton, Giglio, Catalano, your top 5. Then Hayes, Evers, Floyd, Stout, and Teague. Then a bit of a gap back to Lawrence, Price, Margison, Cleaver, Greenwell, Lull, Llewellyn, Munchell, Elston, and Bustos. There's Cliff Mullins, all 21 lead lap trucks still in this big pack. Then Harry Grindel leads Trenton Sneed for the lucky dog. There's Grindel, there is Sneed. Travis Martin's run enough laps, by the way, to pass Dave Hoytsma, so he is up a spot as well. Now we have some action going on. Dalton Hayes has jumped out to the outside line. It's alongside Catalano with his teammate Ethan Evers. TJ Floyd up off the bottom line, almost into Evers. I think he wants to go to that top line, just wasn't quite clear yet. Got a little spicy. Hayes is around Giglio, now working on Quentin Newton for the 3rd spot. 47 and 8 working well on that outside line. 17 laps to go. The report from Trenton was about 35 laps, so we should be good to go on gas. These trucks are not going to handle good if we go to the end here on green, but we are good on gas. Harper up the hill a little bit, scares Hayes, makes him move up. Hoytsman's going to jump to the top line. Hayes is going to split him out 3 wide. Hayes wants no part in Hoytsma blocking his run. Sends Lucas to the outside. Dalton Hayes leads that lap. 15 laps to go for Atlanta. Dalton Hayes is the 7 of Harper, starting to struggle with holding that bottom. We've seen it a few times now. Chick-fil-A Ford drifting up about a truck length. Hayes gets out of shape. That causes a stack up on the outside line. Harper's going to surge back ahead, but Dalton Hayes about lost it. TJ Floyd's into the outside wall. This is pure chaos. Reminds me of the Bristol Cup race. Trucks are starting to slip slide every which way while in a draft package. Absolutely insane. Harper your leader, Newton. Then you see Hayes and Giglio battle for third. Jake Lawrence and Jeff Price drop to the bottom line. Kenneth Stout back to the top. I think the inside line's saving tire by being dedicated to the bottom, and I think that's why we saw Giglio decided very determinedly to go to the bottom. Quinn Newton a bit out of shape there. Harper once again not holding the bottom, saw him drift way up the hill. 13 laps to go. The trucks are already starting to handle badly. 14 laps into the run, 13 to go. Quinn Newton up the hill. These drivers are wheeling these things. You wouldn't think it just because you think it's a super speedway race, but yes, they are manhandling these trucks. Hayes, Evers, Hoytsma, and Lawrence, your top row. And you have Harper, Newton, Giglio, and Catalano, the inside row. All the way back to Scott Elston, 19th, all in that one shot. Cliff Mullins has fallen off the pace. Wonder if the damage had anything to do with that. And Davis Greenwell's about to lose the draft in the 20. All those sudden checkups and everything seem to have cost them. Greenwell's got some right front damage back there. Catalano's dead sideways in the 54. It's a hell of a save from Catalano. That truck was way out of shape. See, it's not getting any better for Catalano. Still dancing side to side. Dalton Hayes noses out in front in the 47 Chevy. 10 laps to go. Clearly these trucks are handling poorly now. Across the stripe, 9 to go. The laps wind down. The drivers, especially in the playoffs, are going to start getting desperate. Business is going to pick up right when the trucks are handling at their worst. Odds are we don't go to the end on green, but it would be cool if we did. It's like Hoytsman's decided to peek out to the outside line in the 97. Wants to go 3 wide around the outside of Evers. Not quite able to get there. Colin Teague looks like he was split out wide. And they're wrecking. Dalton Hayes and just about everybody piled up in that. Harry Grindell's in there, so he won't get a lap back. That started all the way at the front. Let's go back to Hayes. The definite big one. Huge one. Hayes comes down and collects Quinn Newton. Have to take another look at it, but I don't think there's any other way to work that one. Looks like he just comes down on the 88. Yeah, looks like maybe he gets loose and comes down on Quinn Newton. And then everyone piles in. Track blocker. Nathan Harper, the only one not around for this. Let's see how Cody Cleaver fared here. Wow. Cody Cleaver goes all the way to the inside wall to avoid this. This is absolutely impressive. Just a lot of brake and a lot of left turn. Goes all the way down to the inside wall, and Cody Cleaver gets through unscathed. See how this Miller Ford goes. He pushes the 54 around, gets a piece of the 55, piece of the 97, piece of the 16, stays in the throttle, and he'll come out third. Now everyone on the pit lane. Top two trucks stay out. I think everyone else is going to take at least tires here. And top two might be in trouble. That is a very old tire those guys are on. Interesting. Bustos goes up to third. Ethan Evers on the pit lane. Evers probably has a lot of damage to repair. So he had already used his fast repair. Quinn Newton. 4 tires down and away. Quinn will be the first one on those brand new Goodyear tires. Right behind trucks that are on 21 lap old tires. Harper, Cleaver, and Bustos. So as we said, the trucks are going to be handling at their worst. And I believe just about everyone except for Cody Cleaver and Nathan Harper were in it. There may have been some trucks at the back that slowed down in time, but man, that was a huge wreck. Harper was ahead of the wreck. Cleaver was able to turn left and miss the wreck. Bustos has stayed out here, moved all the way up to third. Nathan Harper trying to punch his ticket to the playoffs for the next round. A win and you are in. He'll move on to the round of 8 should he win here. No matter what happens next week. Speaking of next week, let's take a peek at our schedule, see what we're running next week. We've got Iowa Speedway to finish up the round of 12. 100 and I believe that's 10 laps. Hard to read. That will conclude the round of 12 at Iowa. Then we move on to Dover and Darlington for round number 2, which is the round of 8. And the championship at Miami Homestead Speedway. So a lot to look forward to still in this Labor 12 Truck Series as we're in the first round of the playoffs, opening up at Atlanta. Then we go to Iowa next week. Let's take a look at the points coming in here. Here's Nathan Harper. He had the 2 wins early in the season, so the extra 6 points there, along with Giglio with 2 wins. Martin's had a win. So he had 3 points, but Martin had a lot of gremlins in his Ford tonight, so he is not having a good showing at all. Down in 25th. If he's able to run another 6 laps, he'll jump over Mike Edwards. 5 to go. He could get it done. He just has to get out there. And he's heading back out there. If they get a green light checker, he could move up to 24th at least, pick up another spot. 26 trucks in this one. The one you can't see on your scoreboard. Jay Munch 21st on the lead lap, as is Ethan Evers 22nd on the lead lap. Harry Grindell 1 lap down, 23rd. Trent Sneed, by the way, back on the lead lap. So I'm sure Trenton's fans will rejoice. He is 19th back on the lead lap. Pace car heads off. We're getting set for the restart with 4 laps to go when we get to the line. It is Harper and Cleaver, your front row. Those two avoided the massive wreck. Harper gets all kinds of wheel spin, as does Cody Cleaver on those 20-lap-old tires. Quinn Newton's going to surge to the lead. Kenneth Stout's going to wreck again, and this will be a quick caution, I am sure. There it is. Quinn Newton takes over the race lead on those 4 fresh tires. We saw Kenneth Stout once again doing Kenneth Stout things. All kinds of wheel spin, so I don't know if we can blame Kenneth for this one, but he's definitely the one we saw go around. Let's jump on the drone here. We'll see what we got. He's into the back of Bustos. They're all trying not to get black flags. And around he goes with contact with Hayes. So the wheel spin really causes this. When you see the 2 and 7, all kinds of out of shape. Quinn Newton with the legal pass around the outside. Scott Elston gets into it. TJ Floyd. You see Cliff Mullins in it. Jeff Price. But the two trucks have stayed out in 21 lap old tires at Atlanta. All kinds of wheel spin. Go back and watch it again. I think the 74 had old tires too, but he didn't have as bad of a spin in the Army truck. He's just trying not to get a black flag, so he lifts not to pass Harper. And they all stack up behind it. Watch this one. See everyone stacking up because of the old tires up front. Hayes and then a little bit of net code, and then Stout goes around, finishes it off. A lot of trucks doing a good job bouncing off one another without wrecking. Wow. So Harper, our leader, along with the two of Cleaver, both getting all kinds of wheel spin. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of black flag clearing needed there. That was wild. And, well, Harper and Busso still not pitting. So we may see a repeat. They're starting second and third. Newton's in a very good spot now. I believe that was Harry Grindell getting the lucky dog, and it was. Harry finally back on the lead lap, 23rd. This green-white checker should be what Travis Martin needed to have enough laps to pass Mike Edwards. Everyone still should be good on fuel, even those trucks that haven't been down in a while. It's the tires that are the concern. Harper spun the tires very badly that last restart, as did the two of Cleaver. Cleaver came down to the pit lane and took 4 tires. He's back out there 18th. Harper did not pit. He's still second. He's going to be, I guess, outsider if Quinn chooses the bottom. I don't see why he wouldn't. Although Blake's on the outside, so maybe he'll take the outside and try to bring Blake with him. That would put the 2 bad tire trucks on the inside line, and whoever starts 5th would be in a world of hurt. That would be Davis Greenwell. But given that Giglio would line up behind him, I think Quinn Newton's going to take the top here. And there he goes. Chooses the top in the 88, the green machine. He's picking top. And Greenwell's going to be in a world of trouble here, to be honest with you, Minnie. He's lined up behind 2 trucks on old tires that spun the tires so bad on the last restart. The outside line is going to have a massive advantage here. The trucks on the inside that don't really want to be there, the playoff trucks. Looks like Dalton Hayes is down there. Jeff Price, Trenton Sneed. So Price and Sneed are going to want to get out of that bottom line along with Teague. Try to get to the top and make up some ground.
Drink, motherfucker!
Cody hitting us with the hydrate. At the end of the race, you got it, buddy. Cheers, my friends. Drink them if you got them. Green-white checker attempt number 1 on the way. We could have a maximum of 3. Hopefully we don't get all 3 of them. Quinn Newton not feeling good, leading the race. That has to be good medicine. Got his Labor 12 Chevrolet with 712 brakes people on there. If you haven't checked that out yet, please do so over on Whatnot. Quinn and crew do a bunch of card breaks, a lot of good times. There goes the pace car down onto pit lane. We're getting set for the restart.
Let's go racing!
Well timed there, Cody, as Quinn Newton jumps on the gas pedal, brings Blake Giglio with them. Harper able to tame the wheel spin. Looks like he'll be able to stay in 3rd. Quinn Newton has left Blake Giglio. That is a huge lead for Atlanta. There's Quinn. There's Blake. Big gap. We'll see who can get a run on him. Harper all over the back of Giglio. Well, will Blake take this move? I think he will. Because Blake's in the playoffs and Quinn's not. Blake needs it more than Quinn does. Blake stays in line. What a good teammate. Bustos to the top side has no help, and the caution's out. See what happened. Catalano's dropping down the line. And we'll go to another green-white checker. And now Giglio and Newton will be side by side. They can't work a game. It's go ahead and check a replay, see what happens to Patsy. Cleaver gets up into Jeff Price, turns Price into Catalano. Catalano goes all through hell. The 69 of J Munch gets in there. Now that's Cleaver coming up the track, getting into Jeff Price. Price does a great job saving his truck. J Munch, I think, gets hit by Hayden. Goes for a hellacious torpedo into the outside wall. Oh, TJ Floyd hits Hayden into J Munch. So TJ Floyd, the reason why J Munch became a torpedo. Goodness gracious. Let's go on the drone here and watch that all stack up. See Floyd behind Hayden. Floyd gets into Hayden, punts him into J Munch. J Munch goes hard into the outside wall. Let's rewatch with Cleaver here. Cleaver gets up into Price. I don't know what happened to the two to send him up there. I don't think Trenton hit him. We'll go ahead and watch. See, he's right behind Catalano. Trying to get an angle into the corner. Then maybe thought about 3 wide. I don't know. Not sure what happened with Cleaver coming up there. But Price does a fantastic job of saving this truck. This truck is wrecked, and then he just uses Catalano kind of to turn him back straight. Unfortunate for Catalano. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do in the playoffs. Catalano out into the outside wall. Scott Elston gets a huge piece of it. There comes J Munch flying in there. Elston, one of our playoff trucks coming in here. It's been a rough night for the 85. Oh my gosh, that is a vicious hit for Catalano. Travis Martin making his way by. We go to green, white checker attempt number 2 of a possible 3. Let's go check with our leader. Well, the first one you got to line up with Blake nose to tail, and you're able to get the teammate game going and worked out pretty well, but now you're going to be side by side. What's the strategy now?
I'm going to run out of fuel.
Oh, God. How you going to run out of fuel? We pitted 8 laps ago.
Yeah, it did auto fuel.
Oh, no.
Screwed me. It only gave me enough to the end, so gave me an extra lap, so.
Well, you got enough for this one, or are you going to run out there on this one? Just push him out of the way.
I'm sorry, what?
I was going to say, just push him out of the way. But yeah, it looks like, do you have enough for this one, or is it already a done deal?
I have 0.9 gallons, and it's going to be close.
Good grief. All right, well, good luck, sir.
Appreciate it.
So fuel concerns on the 88 truck, that's no bueno. Not what we were thinking at all. Apparently he had it on auto fuel, which is, I don't know, it's just been a detriment ever since I've heard it introduced. No one's had a good thing to say about it. So auto fuel may cost Quinn Newton a chance at the win here. He's very concerned on fuel. Blake Giglio lines up to his inside. Playoff drivers spread all throughout the top 20. Yeah, exactly, Cody. It's just been a detriment. I don't have anyone that's been a good thing for. I can't think of a single person that's had a good thing to say about it. Newton worried about fuel. Giglio not so much. And Bustos and Harper behind him, still on very old tires. We'll see if they can get away clean. Giglio even got some wheel spin. Harper's getting some wheel spin. Bustos is getting some wheel spin. Quinn Newton gets out in front easily, thanks to all the second, third, and fourth place trucks having wheel spin. Can Newton make it around for 2 laps? Fuel concerns for the 88. We'll see if Giglio is a good teammate again. Tucks in line. Harper not going to play the teammate game. He jumps to the outside line. Of course, he's not teammates with them. He saw that stack up coming. Bustos jumped up there with him. See if the outside lane can produce some speed. Harper seeing this as his opportunity to get the win. Giglio pushing Quinn Newton. We're on the white flag lap. This will end it one way or another. Newton had 0.9 in the tank. We'll see if that's enough to make it 2 laps under full power. Outside line really fizzling out. Contact between Davis and the 7 of Harper. Davis tucked in behind his teammate Blake Giglio. Blake looks to the inside. Quinn Newton on the outside. They're going to make door-to-door contact. Quinn Newton going to get the win. Then Davis Greenwell checks into him and turns him into the outside wall. Quinn Newton, your race winner. Blake Giglio second. Davis Greenwell will finish third. And a massive wreck at the end just because that's what we do here. Quinn Newton getting the win in the 88 truck. Nice job, Quinn. Let's go bring him in. Well, Quinn, you had enough fuel.
Barely. I told Blake, I gotta go high here because I don't want to wreck the whole field. I wrecked the whole field, but we got it done.
It's a wild finish. They're able to get it home.
The line.
Did you really?
Mm.
That's wild.
Wow. I mean, I was watching. I'm like, I'm gonna have. I was at 0.09 as I came across, and so I said it's gonna come down to me having to lift a little in the corner here. I lifted just enough, and then as I got there, I'm like, well, Blake, you might have to go underneath me. I'm gonna go high just so one of us gets this done. And I had enough just at the end there. I doored him a little bit, and oh, brother, I had to have these guys help me get to the start-finish line here. But what a win! I don't know how I got that done. That was autofill screwed me, but a lot of saving there in those last few laps. Maybe autofill knew what it was doing after all.
Maybe. Well, congrats on the win. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Blake there he helped me out quite a bit there. Dean, yeah, I can't leave him out there. But Lower Drag CTC, obviously 712 breaks are going live this Saturday, Friday or Saturday. So check us out on Whatnot. Do a lot of basically primarily football coverage, but check us out on there. Do a lot of live football breaks. So other than that, can't think of anything else.
10-4. Congrats on that strong win tonight, and hopefully we'll see you back next week.
Appreciate it.
Quinn Newton getting the win. Let's go drag in the 16 of Blake Giglio. Blake, DG, you doing the burnouts for Quinn? Since he ran out of fuel.
Yeah, I told Quinn, I turned 3 and 4 there. I said, just go high and let me know when you're going to run out. So he did, and he deserved that win. I knew for me, I just needed to have a good finish tonight, and that's what we did. So I'm happy we could get Quinn the win. I know he hasn't been feeling good lately, so glad he could get that win for him.
Yeah, nice team job there. You still the highest finishing playoff truck, so not bad for you either. And congrats on a strong run tonight. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us for your P2.
Yeah, shout out for you for broadcasting. Cleaver for running the league. Artemis Esports, obviously. Everyone that's on this car, and everyone that helps out every week. And looking forward to getting more playoffs later this week.
10-4. Congrats on that P2 tonight, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks.
Go grab the 20 of Davis Greenwell. Davis bringing it home P3 tonight. Davis, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, strong P3 run tonight. Way to get your first interview in the playoffs. That had to be fun. Pushing Blake there to the P2, getting Quinn the win. How much fun did you have tonight?
Man, it was a little scary. I had 4 minutes optional with 20 to go, and decided to try and chip away at it, but just getting a little screwed. So trying for a caution, ended up getting one, took the fast repair, and made it work.
10-4. We brought it home third tonight. Had to be quite a thrill. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Yeah, just Artemis Esports, Raven GG, Gamer Sleeve. That's it, really.
10-4. Well, congrats on your P3, and we'll see you back here in the next one.
Thank you, DG.
Davis Greenwell bringing it home P3 tonight. Let's go ahead and look at our final results as Quinn Newton picked up the win. And here we go. Takes it a minute. Quinn Newton with the win in the 88. Blake Giglio, Davis Greenwell getting the podiums. Harper and Hayes round out your top 5. Then you have Lucas Weitzman, Jake Bustos, Daniel Llewellyn, Zach Martinson, and Jake Lawrence picking up top 10s. Cody Cleaver brings it home 11th. TJ Floyd, Trenton Sneed, Colin Teague, Jeff Price, Harry Grindell, Hayden Lowell, Cliff Mullen, Scott Elson, and Patsy Catalano your top 20. And then Kenneth Stout and Ethan Evers last trucks on the lead lap. Jay Winch, after that hard wreck late, ends up 5 laps down. Travis Martin had all his gremlins in the truck, couldn't get it really running at the beginning, ends up 47 laps down, but does get out there and get credit for being in the race. And Mike Edwards and Dave Hoitzman round out the 26 truck field. Thank you all for watching tonight. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsors and get on out of here. We have Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our ARCA series every Monday nights. Appreciate Trenton and Beach and folks for doing that. Rev Sim Shop did our dirt race to start us off tonight. They do awesome with our dirt street stock tours. Then you have Labor 12 doing the truck race you just watched here. Awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. Please check them out, laborxii.com. Then you have Arc Music does our Wednesday Gen 4 Cup Series. Fort Worth Screen Printing does our Xfinity Series every Thursday night. Golden Eagle Syrup does our Friday night Super Speedway Series. Always a lot of fun, always some drama there. CTC Race Network, they put on the IndyCar race late on Friday nights. Come check that out. CTC Race Network, awesome group of people over there with Lucas Hoytsma and company. Thank you all for watching tonight's race. We appreciate you so much. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, and we'll see you back here in the next one.